Hey there, I'm Joe DiChiera, Golf Director here at Top Tier Golf Schools. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that you're stuck. Maybe you've been stuck for 15 years or more, or you're living in that 85 to 95 range, wondering why you can't seem to break 80 no matter how much you practice. You've taken lessons, you've bought the new clubs, you've watched all those YouTube videos, you grind on the range, and yet there's nothing that really changes. Well, here's the thing. I'm not here to give you another swing tip or tell you to turn more or sell you a shiny new driver that's going to give you another magical 15 yards. What I'm about to share with you will probably ruffle some feathers. It challenges everything most golfers have been taught about getting better. But if you've been stuck for more than a year, if you feel like you've hit a wall, if you're tired of being the guy who stripes it on the range and falls apart on the first tee, then you need to hear this. Because over the last few years, our coaches at Top Tier Golf have helped hundreds of golfers just like you drop 5 to 8 shots off their handicap within 6 months, and not with magic or endless swing changes. I'm going to show you exactly how we do it, but first, I want to show you why everything you've tried so far hasn't worked and why it just never will. Tell me if this one sounds familiar. You go book a lesson, great coach, solid player. He watches you hit a few balls and say, "You're coming over the top. Let's get you more inside. Try this drill." You hit a few and boom, one flushes. You think, "That's it, I've got it." And you buy that 5 lesson package. You feel hopeful again, and then you go to the range the next week and you can't quite remember what that coach said. You try the drill, it feels weird, you hit a few good ones, then you shank one, then you pull one. Then you go play, and the second that there's pressure, that new move is out the window. You're right back to where you started. 3 months later, you've spent the money, put in the work, and your scores haven't changed one bit. I know that story because I used to coach that way too. I diagnosed, I gave a drill, and I hoped that it would stick. Sometimes students got a little better, but rarely did they break through, and that drove me crazy because I knew they were capable of more. So I went deep. I studied motor learning, biomechanics, and sports neurology, and what I discovered changed everything. Traditional golf instruction breaks nearly every rule of how people actually learn skills. Let me show you the 4 big mistakes that keep golfers stuck. Problem number 1, Band-Aid fixes. Most coaches fix symptoms. You slice, close the club face. You hit it fat, keep your head still, but they never fix the root cause. So every time you fix one thing, something else breaks. It's like playing a whack-a-mole with your golf swing. Problem number 2, you teach positions instead of patterns. You've seen this one before. You go side-by-side video with a tour pro, see where his club is, then yours should be there. The problem? That tour pro's not you. He's 28, flexible, trains 6 hours a day, and you're 50, you have a desk job, and your body moves completely differently. Trying to copy him just creates new compensations or, at worst case, injuries. Problem number 3, we ignore completely how humans learn. The science is really clear. We learn faster and retain more when we focus on external cues, like the target or ball flight, not on internal body positions. We improve more when we mix our practice up and train in variability, not when we hit 57 irons in a row. But most lessons still do the exact opposite. That's why you improve in the lesson, but you lose it when you go play the next Saturday morning. Problem number 4, there's no real system. You take a lesson, the coach hopes you practice, and that's pretty much it. There's no structure, no plan, no accountability. That is not a system. That's wishful thinking. And listen, most instructors are not bad people and they have great intentions. They're just repeating what they were taught themselves. The problem is the industry is outdated. And if you keep following that same model, you're gonna keep getting the same results. Let me ask you something real. How much has being stuck at your current level cost you? And I don't mean just money, though I know you've probably spent thousands on lessons, clubs, gadgets, training aids, memberships, all chasing better. I'm talking about what has it cost you mentally. We work with a lot of successful people, CEOs, business owners, high performers, people who win in almost every area of life, but golf, well, that humbles them. They tell me it's the one place they feel stuck, and it drives them absolutely crazy because golf isn't just a game, it's a mirror. When you plateau in golf, it feels like you're plateauing in life. It's the only area where you can't outwork or outthink the way you do everything else. You stand on that first tee, you feel the pressure. You want to hit that fairway, prove to yourself that all the lessons, all the practice, all the effort, it's been working. Then you top it, or you slice it into the trees out of bounds, and you feel that sting. You try and laugh it off, but deep down, it's killing you. Maybe you've walked off the course swearing that you're done, or even broken a club, but you keep coming back because you love the game and because you know that there's a better golfer inside of you. You've seen flashes of it, that one round or one shot where everything clicks, you shoot that 79 and you think, finally I've got it, and then the next time you go out, you shoot 94, and you're right back to guessing. That inconsistency is absolutely brutal. It messes with your confidence first and foremost, and the truth is, if you keep doing what you've been doing, random lessons, unfocused practice, hoping something sticks, you will be the same golfer 5 years from now. That is not me being harsh, that's just how skill development works. But it does not have to be that way. You can make a real breakthrough, you just need to find the right system. So here's what we built for you at Top Tier Golf Schools. After years of research and thousands of hours of coaching golfers, I developed a system that we now use nationwide. It's called the Combine Golf Method, and it's built around something we call the ACT system. ACT stands for Assess, Coach, Train. It's not a theory, it's the same learning science that Olympic coaches, pro athletes, and elite performers use to build consistent results. And we've now applied it directly to golf in a way that will fit your game. So let me go in and break it down for you. Phase one is the assess phase. You have to understand before you prescribe. Most coaches see a swing, spot a flaw, and jump straight into fix mode. Well, that's backwards. At Top Tier Golf, we start with a full combine assessment. Swing mechanics, ball flight data, mobility, coordination, even decision patterns under pressure. Why? Because the slice that you're hitting isn't the problem. It's the symptom. We have to find the root cause. Maybe it's your shoulder mobility that limits your turn. Maybe your setup is promoting an open club face. Maybe your transition sequence is out of order. But we never guess, we measure. Then we build a plan around your body, your tendencies, and your goals. We're not here to tear down your swing, we're here to completely optimize it. Make your movement more efficient, more repeatable, and more reliable under pressure. You'll still look like you, but just a better version. So you might be wondering who I am and why you should trust me. It's a very fair question. So I've been teaching golf for over 20 years. I was named one of Golf Digest's top 40 coaches under 40 for 5 years in a row, but titles really don't matter to me all that much. Results do more. Early in my career, I realized most golfers weren't failing because they didn't try hard enough. They were failing because the system was broken. So I made it my mission to fix it. I studied everything I possibly could. Biomechanics, motor learning, neuroscience, even decision science. I became one of the top 3D motion capture specialists in the world. Not because I loved tech, but because I wanted to understand movement better. What I learned was really simple. When you assess the player properly and you coach based on how they learn and then train for long-term performance, the results go through the roof. But I could only do that with so many players on my own. That's when I went and partnered with Top Tier Golf. Their vision was to take this system and scale it, build elite training schools across the country with world-class facilities, the best technology, and a team of coaches trained to deliver consistent, science-driven results. I came on board as golf director to build this curriculum and train every coach in the Combine method. And now we have golfers flying in from all over the country. We've got executives, college players, weekend warriors, all of them are having breakthroughs that they've never seen before, even though they've been chasing it for years. One of my favorite stories is from a guy named Chris who came to one of our schools. 38 years old, former baseball player, about a 14 handicap. He could absolutely bomb it like most baseball players can at that level, but his rounds were literally all over the place. 82 one day, 75 another, 96 the next. We ran him through the ACT system, and in the assess phase, we found his pattern, solid contact, but huge dispersion all over the place. In the coach phase, we built a plan around what his tendencies were. So we cleaned up his decision-making a little bit, simplified his process along the way, and then we moved into the train mode. In that train phase, we pressure tested it through our on-course games and pressure variability practice drills. 60 days later, he goes out and shoots a 73, his personal best. Today, he's about a 7 handicap and still dropping. That's not luck, that's an ACT system working exactly the way it was designed. We didn't overhaul, we didn't create confusion, we just brought clarity, structure, and measurable progress. That is what we do at Top Tier Golf. Here's what happens when you come to a top tier golf school. First, this isn't some kind of boot camp. The vibe is really relaxed, focused, and fun. You'll learn a lot, you'll laugh, you'll compete a little, and you'll walk away playing the best golf of your life. Second, we're not tearing down your swing. You've already built some good habits. We keep what works, clean up what doesn't, and make sure your motion holds up under pressure out on the golf course. You'll still swing like you, just the most consistent, reliable version of yourself. Our schools are held at top facilities in Florida, South Carolina, and Arizona, with more locations on the way. You'll get access to the full tour level toolkit. That's 3D motion capture, high-speed video, launch monitors, pressure mapping, everything we need for precise, no guesswork coaching. And the biggest difference, our groups stay small. At premium locations, it's 2 students per coach. At our larger facilities, it will never go more than 4 students per coach. This isn't a big group clinic, it's real coaching all day, tailored specifically to you. When you get to the school, we'll assess your game. We start by getting a complete picture of your game with no guesswork and no cookie cutter fixes. We capture your swing in 3D, we measure your ball flight and your launch data, look at your mobility, run a skills test to see what your short game looks like and where you're losing strokes. By the end of the assessment, we know your blueprint, how your body moves, what's holding you back, and what you can build on. Then we coach. So now we start building your new movement patterns. Everything we do is designed around how you learn best. We use external cues and task-based drills. It's simple, clear objectives that make sense in real time. And every adjustment we make fits your body's natural movement style. You'll be moving, learning, and improving the entire day. We're not sitting in a classroom. Finally, we train. Then we take it to where it counts, out onto the golf course. This is where we connect your new motion to real performance. We go through on-course coaching, some pressure drills, and scoring strategies. We'll refine your pre-shot routine, build up those strategies, and teach you how to make smart, confident decisions when it matters most. You don't just leave practicing better, you actually leave playing better. Most golf schools stop when you head home. Ours doesn't. That's where the real transformation continues to happen. You get 3 levels of support to make sure your results stick. First, you get a personal 30-day practice plan built day by day, so you have a roadmap that tells you exactly what to work on, how long to do it, and when to progress. You also get a full year in our online academy. You'll get access to our full drill library, swing breakdowns, mental game modules, equipment guidance, and a private community where you can stay connected. Finally, quarterly swing reviews. Send in your swing, get personal feedback and adjustments so that your improvement never stops. That's how we make sure that the gains that you make at the school will last when you go home. This is a premium experience, and there's a reason for that. You're getting tour level tools, elite coaching, small groups, and a full year of follow-up support. Private coaching at this level can easily run between $15,000 and $20,000, and big resort schools charge between $8,000 and $12,000, and they send you home without any follow-up. Top tier golf schools gives you the same level of precision and care, plus a full year of guidance for a fraction of that cost. Now, this isn't going to be a $500 weekend. It is an investment in your game for the next decade to come, and it's worth every bit of it if you're a serious golfer about actually improving your game. We only discuss tuition with golfers who are truly ready to make that commitment and take the next step. Here's how confident we are in our process. Show up, follow your 30-day plan, and put in the work. If your measurable results don't improve after completing the curriculum, we'll send you to another golf school completely free. We guarantee results because the ACT system works only when the golfer commits. If you're not willing to do the work, this is probably not the program for you, but if you are, we'll stand behind you and your progress every step of the way. Now, if that sounds like the kind of coaching that you've been searching for, hit the link below and apply for an upcoming school. I can't wait to meet you in person and help you finally experience what your best golf actually feels like. Here's what some recent graduates had to say about the top tier golf schools.
Yeah, so one of the key things here about the golf school was the instructor, and Joe was absolutely fantastic, not completely overhauling or redesigning my swing, which was one of my fears about taking some serious lessons over the couple of days. And as again, a guy who understands the biomechanics of the swing, completely did not do that and really saw what I was doing wrong, which I didn't see, and I've been playing golf for 35 years. And immediately the impact on the range, on the course, and around the greens was extremely noticeable.
The thing I like about Joe's teaching style is we start from the beginning, fundamentals of golf as he sees it, a lot of structure, angles, mathematics, things like that you'd never even think of before you got here. And you take what he is saying and apply it to your game. It's something that you can keep with you, and I like the way he starts at the green and then moves back. You can apply his teachings directly to your game out here and get instant results, and golf's a big part of my life right now. Being retired, I'm playing 3 or 4, even 5 times a week, so this course is really right up my alley, and it's the only one I've ever done, and I'd come back.
This was referred to me by a friend of mine. The improvements that he made, the structure that he told me I would learn, the fundamentals and values is definitely what I needed. I came into this expecting exactly what I got. The one thing that I will say about Joe's teaching style that surprised me, he is not a cookie cutter teacher. He actually studies each student differently. He's not trying to change you. He's just trying to better what you have. My wow moment that it clicked for me is we were on the chipping green. I was used to a certain style, a certain stance. And Joe walked up and said, "Hey, we're not going to modify this completely, but let me tell you what you're doing wrong." And he talked about the center of gravity, right, your sternum. And as soon as he did that and told me, "Hey, you need to put balance on this foot," after that first chip, the light bulb clicked. And it was like, wow, wait a second. And that was on the first day. That made the rest of the time, the rest of the days, just more enjoyable because I knew I was getting something out of it.
It's the best experience I've ever had in golf. I love Joe because he goes into detail. His heart is in it, you can tell. I've always had problems with my short game. What I like about Joe is he made it very simple to understand, and in just 3 days, I was chipping better than I've ever had.
Best bang for the buck you'll ever get.
Here's how you can take the next step. We run top tier golf schools once a month across multiple locations. Again, the groups stay small, only 2 to 4 players per coach, so every spot counts. If you're ready to stop guessing and start improving, click the button below and submit your application. It takes about 3 minutes to do. You'll tell us a little bit about your game, what you've tried, what your goals are, and which location and dates fit your schedule. We review your application within 24 hours. If it's a fit, we'll send you a link to book a 30-minute call with our team. On that call, we'll get specific on your situation, answer your questions, discuss the investment, and lock in your spot. Now again, this is not for everyone. If you want a quick tip or just a new swing thought, that unfortunately is not what I do. If you're ready to follow a proven process and actually change your golf game, we are definitely the team for you. Here's the truth. Every month you wait is another month of the same scores, another month of the same frustration, and another month watching your buddies improve while you stay stuck in the same spot. At some point, you have to make a decision. Is that day today, or are you going to close this video, go back to what hasn't worked, and just keep doing that? I unfortunately cannot make this decision for you, but I can tell you the players who apply, who act while the fire's hot, those are the players who show up ready to do the work and get the best results. If what I've said so far sounds like your story, if you're ready for a different story, now is the time to apply below. Let's go ahead and talk. If it's a match, we'll get you scheduled and start building the golfer that you know you can be. 90 days from now, you could be playing the best golf of your life, confident on the first tee, posting numbers you didn't even think were possible, or you could still be stuck with those same frustrations. It's your call. Click below, apply now, and let's get to work together.